to start off with our jazz band, and I'm going to have the instructors for each group announce themselves and announce their selections. But I do want to introduce the staff. Standing right here is Mr. Bill Winters, who is Bill is a percussionist in the Southwest Community Band, as well as band director at Black Hawk Middle School, and he is our percussion instructor for the week, as well as one of our co-jazz band directors. Our other jazz band director is Michael Shazny. He was our trumpet instructor this week, and he's also band director in District 140 in Tinley Park. This gentleman over here is Mr. George Perard. George is also a member of the community band, Southwest Community Band, and George has been an administrator, a band director, professor. Read his bio, and if you have a couple of hours to read his bio to see everything that George has done, he's a man of much knowledge. And we have our Roger Barton, who is our clarinet instructor. Roger is a member of the Southwest Community Band and a woodwind instructor in the south and southwest suburbs. Bradley Jim Rosick. Brad was our double reed instructor as well as our low woodwind instructor this week, and Brad is a student studying film score, some composition. It's really cool stuff. You'll really like what he's doing. And we also have Dr. Cindy Bennett, who is our our French horn instructor. She's up there. And Heather Winters, our oboe flute instructor. And I think I got to everybody. So we are going to start with Miss Karen Wanner, our other saxophone instructor. And without any further ado, we are going to kick it off with the jazz band and with Bill Winters, and he will talk about their selections.
Our first piece for the jazz band today is called Killer Joe. Don't worry, no one was harmed in the making of this song. This is a jazz classic by Benny Golson, and we're going to have some soloists. I'll announce who those are after the song.
Big on 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, before I hand the mic over to Mr. Shosny here, I want to mention our soloists for that last one. We had Evan on alto saxophone, Zach on alto saxophone, Jerome on trumpet, Burke on trombone, Ryan on trombone, and Julia on trumpet. So Mr. Shosny and I were team teaching the jazz band this week, and I think we figured out each song got about an hour of practice. So, yeah. So here's Mr. Shosny, and he's going to be playing a Latin tune for you.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
That was Marissa on alto, Noah Marshall on the trumpet. And how about it for our percussion section back there with all the toys, all the Latin toys and whatnot. Our goal this week was to try and expose this monster jazz band, which is about 3 times the size of a normal jazz band, try and expose them to all different forms of music that they would encounter in a jazz band setting. So I think we accomplished that today. We've done our swing, our obligato swing tune and our Latin tune. This next tune's a ballad. I think you all know this one really well. And it's going to feature a few more soloists. We got Zach on tenor and our piano players back here, Nick and Daniel on piano. Sorry, it's only been a week.
and Julia Ricker on trumpet. So, and it also features some of our trombone section. So we got a lot of soloists as well as ensemble playing. So this is Over the Rainbow. We're going to see how well they watch.
This will help. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
going to finish today with Herbie Hancock's classic Watermelon Man. It's appropriate for the season. And we have some solos in this one too, so I'll announce them at the end. soloists on that tune. We had Aiden on bari sax, Zach on tenor sax, Ethan on tenor sax, Drew on clarinet, and Noah on trumpet, and then we had some percussion solo there in the back. Round of applause for the whole jazz band.
Okay, so while we're getting set up, I'm Mrs. Winters. I taught flute and oboe, and then we had the student join us for our small ensemble, so we'd be double reeds with everybody. But before I talk about our small ensemble, I want to talk just a little about what we did in theory class. I was one of the theory instructors along with Mr. Barton and Mr. Jamrozic. And some of the things that we did were just talking about basic music concepts and ideas, terms, and things like that. We did a lot of playing on iPads, and we did like a music theory Jeopardy game. We also had another group of students that composed a song, so Mr. Jamrozic will talk more about that because he was kind of in charge of that. But in the first day of theory, we made videos on iPads about musical terms. So we're going to show one of those videos. They had to come up with a musical term, and then they had to come up with 4 descriptive words to define that musical term. And then they made a video. So we're going to watch that first. That was our legato video, if you couldn't figure that out. Philip was in that one. That was just one of 7 of the groups that we had that did. That was just one I picked. So. This is going to be our flute and double reed ensemble, and tonight we're going to be playing the March in B flat by Handel.
First of all, I wanted to point out Kelly Volk over. Kelly, if you'd stand up, she's one of our student helpers. She helped us a lot this band camp. And I just wanted to say that all the kids do a fantastic job. We just hope they carry a lot more away with them than when they came. But they really do try to help, and they try to work hard, and they do their job, and I think they all enjoy it. I just want to also say there's a story behind this piece. We tried 3 pieces, and we found that this third piece, a piece for 2 clarinets, I'll explain in a minute, it seemed the kids always liked that. We did a Beethoven, we tried some Schubert. They liked those 2, but they really liked this piece. And I happened to look it up, and I noticed it says a piece for 2 clarinets, but it was scored for 4 clarinets. So as my friend Alex likes to say, it was a piece for 2 clarinets, scored for 4 clarinets, played by 12 clarinets. And I think there's actually 13 here, so I miscounted. All right, well, Kelly makes 13. I also want to mention there was a young man that actually came from Indianapolis named Parker Woodruff. He's a nephew of one of our band members, Larry Woodruff. And he came all the way from Indianapolis. Unfortunately, he couldn't stay because of some conflict of travel, I guess. He couldn't stay the whole week, but we want to thank him. And he was a clarinet player, and he did a pretty good job. We want to thank him. All right, you guys ready?
Ensembles. Tonight for you we're going to be performing Crusaders Hymn, arranged by J.E. Skornica.
had so many saxophones attend the camp this year, we decided to split them up into two groups. We had a younger group, which you just heard, and now we have the older kids. We have a little more variation in instruments. As you can see, we have baritone saxophone, tenor saxophones, as well as the alto saxes. And they are going to put together, or they put together, I should say, Cantina Band, and I think they played it on every part of this church property this week. I think they tried to do a flash mob with it also. So, it's rather out of control, so they will do their version of Cantina Band, Not Too Fast.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
right, while we try to get everyone situated here, we have players from all different sections. My name is Bradley Jamrozic, and I had the privilege of working with your theory students. Some of the students in that class showed an interesting composition, so we decided to give them an orchestration challenge. Orchestration is basically deciding which instruments are going to play which notes and when they're going to play them. And that sounds simple in and of itself, but there's a lot to think about. You have to think about balance, you have to think about ranges, what instruments are going to overpower, what kind of effect you're going for. So it's a lot of thinking, but they did a great job. We gave them a piece called The Death of Asa from the Peer Gynt Suite by Edvard Grieg. So now they're going to show you what they did.
We have only 4 French horns this year. And when we first started working on our piece, we were so concerned with just working on notes. And I was trying to get them to realize, my, thank you. Okay. And gradually we started listening more for blend and intonation, helped with some of our Move Master Max over here. They got into some more stylistic thoughts about the music, and they really started blending and figuring out who had melody and bringing forward and backwards their different parts. So today we'd like to play for you a George M. Cohan song. He was a song master at the turn of last century, and it's Give My Regards to Broadway.
Good evening. We did some counting and determined that during the week we played more than 60 pieces of music with this ensemble alone. And some of those pieces of music were only 30 seconds long. By the end of the week we were reading music, and today the trombones and baritones each had an opportunity to play a solo with an accompaniment, a piano accompaniment. They read music, they sight read, they practiced, and of the 60 tunes we found one and worked on it a couple of days, and we'll share that with you. This is the Low Brass Ensemble.
This piece is a percussion ensemble, and this is the last of the ensembles before we get to our full concert band, which we've been working on for the most of the week. This piece is called Mark Time, but strangely enough, we don't have anybody in percussion section named Mark. So, I don't know, this is Matt Time or something. Okay, but this is Mark Time.
So let's have another hand for all of our ensembles. And that was just one portion of our day that we worked on with them, and now we are going to conclude the performance this evening with our concert band, and we're going to have the back row come on up and get seated, and low brass. And this is the way we started our day. Each morning, we started with our full band up here on the platform. Our first day, we came in, we had 83 or 82 strangers that maybe a few kids went to school with one another, but for the most part, they were not familiar with each other, and also, we were not familiar with their playing. And that's the challenge when you're doing a group such as this on all of our parts, and trying to decide what type of music are we going to be able to play, what type of music is the group going to be able to handle. Looking at it on paper, we have a lot of first-year players in the group this year, and we also have a lot of students that have been playing for 2 plus 3 years. So to find something in the middle where everybody's going to not be bored or not be over-challenged, for us is a major challenge. And hopefully we found some happy mix, and we've been able to challenge not too much to too much of a degree of the younger kids, and to be able to get the older kids enough to be able to help bring along everybody else and make this whole thing happen. So I think we're just about ready. That was very good. We have one of the things that we try as music educators to strive for, and one of our goals in music education, and one of the benefits of music education, is teamwork. And that's something we need to learn as when we're working with a new group with new kids and amongst each other, is getting teamwork going. And they've exhibited that to a great extent this whole week. As I said, we started every morning out with our concert band right here. And after concert band, they went to either jazz band or their theory class. After their theory class, they went to their sectional group, which was another hour. We broke for lunch for half an hour, came back, had another hour of ensemble time. We were nice, and we gave them another 15-minute break to kind of rest their chops, and came back for another hour and a half band rehearsal. So it's a lot of playing, a lot to ask of these young people, and they were marvelous all week. Their behavior was great, which is a tribute to you all, and their playing just came along so nicely. We had lots of music, as you heard so far, that they've worked on this week. So we are going to start this last portion with a composition by Robert Sheldon. It's entitled Pevensey Castle. So this next selection that we're going to do, Song for Friends, has kind of been our camp motto over the last 7 years that we've done the camp. It's been more or less our theme song. And I think we're going to, while this song is playing, I think we're going to have a bit of a slideshow of some of the week's activities showing up on the up on these. So we're not going to show it over here because we don't want to distract too many of the kids, but you guys will get to see this somehow. We're going to try to upload the slideshow that you're seeing, plus tonight's concert, we're going to try to upload to YouTube. So be looking for that in the next several weeks. As soon as we put it all together, we will get it up as soon as possible so you can all enjoy, and all the kids can enjoy all the pictures that we've taken this week for the camp. So this is Larry Dane's Song for Friends. And we're going to move on to our fun song for the week, a medley from Glee. Of course, most of our young people always think that the songs that they do on Glee are brand new and those are the latest, greatest tunes ever written. But little do they know, you guys, we grew up with listening to these tunes that you're going to play for all of your moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas. And so you'll recognize, I'm sure, every one of these songs that are in here. And if you want to clap or sing along, go right ahead. I think the percussion is still getting straightened out there. I also want to thank Kelly Volk for helping out this week, and she's our student leader. Kelly did an awesome job helping out with our clarinet section this week, and Kelly's going to be a senior this year at Andrew High School, and is a wonderful musician. She also plays with the Southwest Community Band. So in addition to all of her studies at work and all of her performances at school, she still makes time to be able to come out and play with the adult group. So that's awesome. Thank you, Kelly. I also want to thank for All of you new parents, I want to thank all of you for your patience for this afternoon. Maybe some of you weren't aware of what we were going to do this with the kids, but we hope we did not mess up your vehicles too much with the shaving cream or whatever, and hopefully everybody was able to get home in one piece. We did have a slight injury with a bloody nose. I'm not sure how that happens when you're playing with shaving cream and squirt guns or whatever, but I think the kids had fun. But I really want to thank Rosanna Howe. I saw her in the building somewhere. She's somewhere, but she organized all of the outside activities for this afternoon, and I just want to give her a huge thank you, and you guys should give her a big thank you. Because there wasn't any way we were going to go out there and play with the shaving cream. We were safe inside and carefully planning next year's band camp. Anyways, we're going to move on for the music from Glee. down to our last selection, but before I do that, I'd like to just another group of thank yous to the staff here at the church. Pastor Clark, whom you met earlier, Rachel, who is his intern, who's working the camera right now, I see. And everybody here at the church, it's been a great week to let 80 kids in, and pretty much we had the reign of the building, and to have the trust in us to be able to do that. We want to thank all of you, the church, for having us this week, because we couldn't do it without you, obviously, so thank you. Also, a little commercial announcement for our upcoming events with the Southwest Community Band. This is part of our outreach program with our band, and we hold another activity in January. It's called the Winter Band Day, and that's going to take place, if you look on the back of your program, next year on January 18th. It's a Saturday right in the middle of winter. It's a one-day activity festival for all students involved in their middle school, elementary band programs. Unfortunately, it's not for any of the ninth graders, but it's for grades 6 through 9, kids that have already been at least 1 year in the program. And so we invite all of you back here in January, and many of you have participated in our band camp, or our band day in January. It's $15 for the day. Kids get pizza and kind of a mini camp, kind of mini version of what we do during the week, except unfortunately, we don't have enough time in the day to do the jazz band. We just do a concert band and some group sectionals, master classes, all taught by members of the the Southwest Community Band, we are all music educators, and work with the kids and put on a performance at the end of the day in the afternoon, and also have the community band perform along. It's a great day. We will be sending out literature to your schools in the fall, and also check our website out. It's SWCCB.com, and we will send all of you literature on this, because since you're on our mailing list, you'll get our information. So you'll get it, and we hope to see all of you here in January. And of course, a year from this week, next year's band camp, we are, like I said, we literally are making plans for next year's camp. Each year we've started, each year we've done the camp, we've grown a little bit more. This is the biggest one we've had so far. We gain about 10 or 15 kids each year, so that's great, that's awesome, and we want to thank all of you for helping advertise for us, and if we can continue to help, you all can continue to help us to bring back information to your school band directors and let them know that, hey, we had a great band camp experience, send some more kids from your schools. That'd be great. I think we have about 15 school districts represented. We'd always love to have more. We have plenty of room to have more kids. So please, if you could, help us in recruiting. So this last piece we're going to play, Spyscape, was commissioned by the Southwest Community Band in honor of our 30th anniversary, which took place last year. It's composed by Timothy Loest, and Tim is a band director in Itasca, and he's also a very prominent composer, worldwide known composer. He's a resident of Wheaton, and unfortunately he could not be here this evening. We tried to get him out to come out at least to make an appearance. He had some other commitments and couldn't be here. But this piece was written with the mind of what our band is all about, our community band is about, with our outreach program. And we had this premiered on our 30th anniversary concert last spring with the Southwest Community Band. And we'd like to close today's concert with Spyscape by Tim Loest. And before we dismiss everybody, we're going to let the kids go off stage. We have some kids with their instruments downstairs and some kids with their instruments in the rooms across the hall. We're going to kind of let everybody go, and then you can all meet your child out in the lobby. And once again, I want to thank you all, and we hope that all of you had a great experience this week. And do you like our colors? We are in honor of the Hawks. We have our Hawks colors on. So here is Spyscape. Once again, thank you very much, and if you could just give us a couple of minutes to clear the platform, we'll send the kids off to get their instrument cases. Thank you again, and we will see you at our next event.